It's that time again. Let's see what's in the vintage toy box. And today on Vintage Toy Box, we're doing another Toys Then and Now video. And for this video, we're going to be doing Jurassic Park toys. Now, this is actually a requested video, and the person who requested it was Connor Abbott, and we'll put the comment here somewhere, hopefully. And the toys we've chosen to do for Jurassic Parks are, of course, dinosaurs. And as we're doing dinosaurs, I could not but have my dinosaur expert on hand, my lovely hubby Stephen.
Hello.
And the toys we're going to be doing today are, we have the famous raptor from Jurassic Park.
The Velociraptor.
Velociraptor. From Toys Now, we've got from Jurassic World, the one and only Blue. And Blue, as you can see, is still in the box, so it's going to be a kind of an unboxing as well in this one. Something we've never done before on this channel.
Yes, yes.
We're going to need a scissors.
Yeah.
And then we thought we'd add a little something in. As my husband is a bit of a dinosaur fundy, we thought we'd actually bring out a third dinosaur of what these two, well, what was believed today that the dinosaur actually would look like. Well,
as you can see, quite a bit more feathers, etc., but we'll talk about that later.
Now, I must apologise. They're all different scales. We couldn't get them all in the same scale, which we did try. So I hope you can bear with us and forgive us for that. Also, forgive hubby's look. He's busy growing a beard, as you can see.
I don't know if it's successful, but it is growing.
Anyway, let's get on with this video and take a closer look at these dinosaurs.
Okie dokes.
So the first dinosaur we're going to look at is the Velociraptor from Jurassic Park. Can you bring him in, Stephen?
Right, well, obviously the first Jurassic Park, I think, when was that? 1993.
1993, yes.
Quite a long time ago now.
Oh, yes.
And these were, this particular one was from, I think, the Slasher Biter range of the dinosaur toys they brought out at the same time as the movie. And what it actually did is, as you can see, there's quite a bit of articulation in this dinosaur, and you used to be able to, you squeeze the legs together and its head moves and it would open its jaw. It's a little bit rusty, or I don't know if rusty's the right thing, but it actually still works considering its age. Obviously some things got a bit loose and a bit warped, like its hands, as you can see, but basically, considering its age, it's actually very well detailed. Even the eyes, I'm not sure if it can show there. You can see the eyes there are quite nicely painted. The teeth are almost, yeah, they're all individually painted. There's a few chips of paint coming off, but nothing major.
Very well made.
Now, one of the big things that you can tell whether this is an original one is that on the side of their thigh there, it says JP and some sort of other thing, but basically the JP, and that's one way that you could tell that this should be an original, and just generally by the quality is quite good. The only funny things I find about this toy is this tail that does this. I mean, I don't think a dinosaur would do that.
I never noticed that before. Why on earth would it
possibly
do that?
When it was in the box, maybe the tail comes off. There's a way of putting it on. As you can also see, this is totally devoid of any sort of feathers, which, as we will see later, is something that they believe these dinosaurs had. It's nicely painted even on the claws. Each individual claw is painted. And of course, the killing claw, which is what these dinosaurs were famous for. And in general, it's quite well proportioned. You could sometimes get it to stand, but the point of it was that you had this play action and these grappling hands to grab things. And it's made of quite nice rubber, no, not rubber, but bendy plastic. So even the younger sort of kids could play with it without having to worry too much about getting hurt or something. obviously it has to be held together, and underneath here you can actually see some screws, which seem to still be in there, but I would think that may be a drawback. They might come out, but overall, if I was a bit old in 1993 to really want these, but if these came out when I was a little bit younger, I certainly would have want this toy. I think it's a really good, and it's well made. So my hat's off to the people who made it.
There was another one, if I remember correctly, that would make a noise.
Yes,
it had a similar
that
action.
was basically the same dinosaur, but instead of the movement, you would press a button somewhere and actually make the Velociraptor sound that comes from the movie, which I think is sort of a cross between a pig and a mating tortoise or something. I don't know, but it's...
How accurate was that sound?
Not very accurate, I doubt. They probably sound more like birds or something. If I am correct, this basic model design actually ran for quite a while, but you will see later how it does change. But anyway, so that is, of course, the first original Jurassic Park, which in my view, as far as the movie, is the best one. But then I could be biased because I saw it about 4 or 5 times in the cinema probably. But yeah, so that's our first little toy, that must have made some kids really happy. Then you can have a little sit down there. I don't think it would have done that in real life, but
probably not.
Anyway, okay, so our next bit is of course the more current one from the Jurassic World movies and franchise, and it's Mr. Blue.
Now Blue's in her box. I think it's a her. I'm not sure.
I think so. Well, they were all female.
Oh yes, because he was supposed to be the alpha male or something. Weirdly enough.
Yeah.
So we're going to unbox her now. I haven't had a chance to take her out of the box yet. So yeah, here goes the unboxing. You might need scissors. I'm
pretty sure. I want to try and keep this box in sort of good condition.
That's a good idea.
I wouldn't mind trying to, keep this toy.
Have to admit, Jurassic World was one of my favourites out of the franchise, but the only reason for that's because Chris Pratt's in it, so yeah.
Are you a Chris Pratt fan?
Well,
sorry, I know this is going out of shot, but it's not. It's a very big box. Ball. It does
give us a moment.
Here,
there you go.
To be a little bit bigger than the other one.
Excuse us being out of shot for a bit. We're just.
The box also. We just have a little look at the box here, and the box looks pretty, pretty well made. It's got interesting box art, obviously, from the movie, because there's old Chrissy. Yeah. On the back here, it shows you some of the others, which includes you get Chris Pratt, but
Owen.
Personally, I prefer the dinosaurs, but you can also see, well, there's Blue again, the Pachycephalosaurus, and one of the other raptors there.
Unfortunately, they've stuck a sticker right over it, which I'm not happy about.
Not very clever, but there you go. And this I actually got off eBay, and they weren't that expensive, which is quite nice. And it doesn't look like it's ever been actually used. So we move.
Oh,
there.
Is she missing it? Oh no, she's not. I was going to say she's missing a tail.
See the tail? That's what I reckon is with this one.
Oh yes, that's why, because the tail is. That's clever, actually.
Right. So it's got these things, which I think we can
I'll hold this down for you.
They seem to have designed this box for people like me and mine who want to keep it, to be honest.
I'm going to just try and adjust the legs of this poor dinosaur. Oh, look at the feet. Oh my goodness. Even the feet are articulated on this. That's impressive, actually.
And you can see here there's the exploding volcano.
There you go.
So this might actually be from the second one, because I don't remember there wasn't an exploding in the Jurassic
no, there wasn't.
It doesn't say Fallen Kingdom, so maybe it was a foretelling of what was to come.
That's possible.
Anyway. So we've got this tail, which is a bit weird.
Bit of dirt on it.
Looks like it comes in 2 parts, but anyway. It's
very
you
strange.
see, obviously the tail is articulated. It's got like a ball joint.
Well, that's impressive. One of the
And
newer
our
toys.
little dog Shiloh, who you may have just heard in the background,
I apologise for the barking.
would like to have her say.
She wants to be in the video.
Okay, I'm not sure.
More like she wants to get her hands on these toys.
Ah, there we are.
Fun fact, I
Interesting.
caught our Shiloh with one of Stephen's dinosaurs the other day. How she got it, I don't know.
Right, so, ooh,
Right.
feet look weird. Okay.
Ooh,
So
let's
there
tilt the camera
is.
a little bit.
I don't know if that's all in shot. Is that all in shot?
Except the point of the tail, but yeah.
Point
it's
of the
fair.
tail. So
There
here is blue,
blue.
which not very blue. Are they colourblind? Oh, there, right.
Okay,
So let us firstly talk about the tail, or we start at the back. Well, the tail comes in almost a ball and socket joint. I don't think Blue could actually do this with his tail, her tail, but it's actually quite a nice little touch because you can have a running and the tail is using as counterbalance. So yeah, it's an interesting
concept.
touch to it. Then you've got the feet, which for some reason can do that. I don't think if its foot did that, it probably would be in pain. So yeah, but I think what it is so that you can sort of have it in a pose like it's about to turn, you know, like that. Oh, it stands. You can actually see it's quite a bit bigger, which if I bring in the other one, it's like a baby. It's definitely a bit bigger, isn't it?
Much, actually.
Now, I don't see, unlike this one, any logo. Oh, might be something small here, but not like that. But it is genuine when you look at the box. And the general quality is relatively good. Detailing, I don't think, is quite as good as the original one. I mean, the eyes are nice. The eye is nicely painted. But the jaw doesn't open, and the claws are not painted. They're just grey, unlike with this one, where you can see the claws were painted. Claws were painted black. So features as in articulation, yeah, they're pretty good. But I think you know, the
could have done a bit of work
modelling
on
is
the paintwork.
not as good. As far as the type of plastic, yeah, I mean, a kid can actually do quite a lot with this. I'm not sure about how well the feet will last, but yeah, I mean, it's all right. It's an okay toy. And again, if I was, you know, a young person who just watched the movie, and I would want a blue, and this seems to be a pretty good blue to start off with. They have different types of blues. Doing different things, just like the other. They had the slasher biter and what have you. But you know, this is a relatively good rendition from. Is it Mattel? Yeah.
It's Mattel, yes.
Yeah.
We did try to get the slasher biter one, but we couldn't get it. We didn't win it, so.
Yeah. But as I say, to start with, this is the basic model, if you like, and as I say, it's good. It looks good enough to pass as a toy, and again, the proportions are not too bad. The feet are a bit too big, but in model dinosaurs, that's often the case because otherwise they don't stand. But yeah, I quite like it actually. It's a nice model. I just think they could have perhaps just painted the claws a bit more.
Maybe do a bit more detailing work on it.
A bit more detailing. If we bring in the other one, you can see there was a lot more scale detailing on it. You know, you can see the scales a bit more. Whereas,
Move slightly more that way. There you go.
Whereas this one appears to be more of a leathery type skin, which maybe that's the look they were going for. I mean, in the movie also, you'll notice that Blue had quills on the back, not feathers, but along the head and that, it had this sort of quill structures to sort of try and bring it a little bit more up to date.
But they didn't seem to do it on the model, on the toy.
And I'd say, looking at the heads, there's a slight remodeling.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's good. I think both of them are pretty good toys, and I'm sure that any kid that's into dinosaurs and Jurassic Park and World respectively would be pretty happy with these. And in 20 years time, this will be the old one. Be interested to see. I doubt there'll be more Jurassic Parks in 20 years time, but you never know. Whoa, is she going to stand? Yeah.
Yes.
So at the moment they're together. There's Blue and her baby. How about that?
That could work.
That could work indeed. So that's our just general review of the two toys. So let's have a little look at what a real not real Velociraptor, but what I think these were modelled of. A lot of you guys will probably, I'll just bring this one back.
Okay.
Because he's the smaller of the two. A lot of you guys who may be interested in Jurassic World or dinosaurs have probably heard the fact that the Velociraptors in Jurassic World and Jurassic Park were actually far too big. A real Velociraptor is probably a little bit bigger, slightly bit bigger than a turkey. It's not a big dinosaur at all. And what the creators in Jurassic World or Jurassic Park based their dinosaur on was something called a Deinonychus or Deinonychus. I'm not entirely sure how you guys would like to pronounce it. I've heard a few different pronouncements, but Deinonychus is good enough. And that actually means terrible claw. And it was one of the first of the raptor type dinosaurs that they discovered and had the terrible claw. So this is what they now think a Deinonychus looks like, and this is my little museum quality dinosaur from Rebor. It's actually also articulated, as you can see, with its jaw and that. And as you can see from the proportions, it doesn't actually look too bad. The main difference being, obviously, the feet are a bit better proportioned, and you can see in this one the claw is actually nice and curved, which is what it would have been in life. And the big bit, of course, is that it has feathers, as you can see here, even on its arms. Now, they have not discovered a Deinonychus with feathers, but its relatives had feathers, so they believe that's why it had feathers. And this obviously is a reproduction of what it could have looked like, but the proportions are very good, and this particular one is a very nice model. Now, the actual size, when you saw the raptors in Jurassic Park, were basically man-size or slightly bigger, and this the Deinonychus was about 1.5, maybe a little bit more meters tall, so you know, of a general sized man, and about 3, maybe 4 meters long, depending on how long its tail was, and probably weighed not much more than I do, to be honest, maybe even less than I do. But of course, when you have something that weighs 100 kgs with a huge, great big sickle on their foot coming towards you at faster than Usain Bolt, you're probably going to die. So yeah, and these things would have hunted in packs, so that's also an added bonus, if you like. And they have in fact found fossils of these that have been found dead next to a large herbivorous dinosaur, which obviously some of them were eating. But of course, this is about the toys, not about the dinosaurs per se. But I just thought it would be interesting to know what I think the Jurassic Park makers were basing their dinosaurs on. Because it's just Velociraptor sounds better than Deinonychus and a lot easier to say.
And scarier.
Yeah, you know, you have to have a bit of artistic license with films, and I don't begrudge them that, because what they did do, they'd made it relatively well proportioned in their movies. So yeah, I mean, if you guys would like me to talk a little bit more about some of the raptor dinosaurs, I have some of the other ones and other information and models of them, and we can always do that. So you can always leave that in the comments if you like, and we can
down below
do a raptor day. And yeah, so with that being said, I don't know, is there anything you need to add?
I think you said it all pretty well.
Yeah, if there's anything any suggestions or any comments you have about these two toys or questions about them, you know, leave them in the comments. I'm presuming they're going to be somewhere down there, and yeah, we can see what we can do. And if you like this Jurassic Park then and now, and you want us to do some more Jurassic Park toys, again, let us know. We can try to pick up a few, maybe maybe a T-Rex or something. Let us know what your favourite dinosaur is you want us to review in Jurassic Park toys, and we'll see what we can do. Maybe even in Lego form. I know they did Lego, and as you know,
there's an idea, Lego.
Yeah, Lego's always cool. So yeah, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this, and yeah.
And that's our video. We really hope you enjoyed it, and Connor, especially for you, I hope you enjoyed this look at Jurassic Park toys then and now. So, from me and my lovely hubby,
And me, and of course the raptors, all the family.
all the families there. If there's any other dinosaurs specifically you'd like to see, please let us know in the comments below. I'm sure in hubby's collection he's got one. Also, if you would want us to show you hubby's entire collection of dinosaurs, again, let us know in the comments below, and we can do a video showing you quickly through all the dinosaurs in his collection.
Yeah, well, there's shelves of them behind us, so yeah, we can do that.
Might be a long video, but hey. Anyhoozle, thank you for watching, and until next time, our next video, bye. Hey guys, if you like the video, please rate, comment and subscribe. It really does help me out. And thank you all for your continued and wonderful support of my channel.